Everybody's talking about AI. What is it? Why it matters, why you should use it. What you don't hear about quite as much, though, how to actually use it for your small business. Most of the AI conversations I've noticed aren't really happening at the right level for solopreneurs, and that's the gap that I'm trying to fill. If we haven't met before, my name is Amie Thompson. I am an entrepreneur and a business strategist. I'm going to walk you through the four roles that AI is playing in my business: thought partner, project manager, web developer, content manager. By the end of this video, you should see how I'm using AI to build the infrastructure for my business and how you can do it too. Let me just share the way that I think about AI. It's not a content shortcut. It's infrastructure. It's like the layer that lets a solopreneur like myself build a business before I actually have the money to hire people to help me build a business. It's not magic, it's infrastructure. Another thing before we get started, this is not going to be some kind of lecture with a bunch of slides or anything like that. And I'm also not going to act like I have everything figured out and I know everything under the sun about AI. I do not. Most people don't, right? But I am a solopreneur and I'm building my business using AI for infrastructure. And I want to share with you as I learn and as I build. Let's get into it. This is segment 1: AI as a thought partner. Most founders make decisions in isolation, and making a bad decision fast in isolation can cause you problems down the road. Stress testing, positioning, pressure testing your messaging, drafting a challenging email, or making a pivot for your business. Those are the things that a thought partner can really be beneficial for. Let me give you an example. I have a client that I work for now, and part of what I was asked to do was evaluate candidates that they were looking to hire for a specific position. We reviewed lots of different resumes, narrowed it down to 2 candidates. I interviewed both of those candidates along with other people on the team, and then we were asked to make a recommendation. In making that recommendation, instead of just talking with the team or thinking through it, I used AI. In this case, I was using ChatGPT. I took their resumes, I took the job description, and then I took the meeting notes from each of the interviews and asked AI to provide me with a table that compared the 2 candidates and a recommendation. It doesn't mean you have to take exactly what your AI tool is recommending, but it's helpful to get another perspective. So when you think about using AI as a thought partner, it's really about getting a different perspective, maybe helping you uncover things you had not thought through. So it was a very good exercise. I was able to make some tweaks, but really, in this case, neither of the candidates was ideal. They were both solid, both good, but for what the company was looking for, neither candidate had shown that they should have been hired at that moment. And so what we actually did was pause and then take a week or so, determine if we were going to post it again, look at different candidates, or perhaps test out one of the two. AI as a thought partner is huge. This is just an HR related example, but it can be for anything in your business. Something to remember is that you're not asking AI to think for you. That's a big mistake. But you are asking it to take the information that you have and help you synthesize it faster. Your job in this is to bring the judgment, and then your AI's job is to expand your thinking. And then if you are working together with your AI tool like that, AI becomes a phenomenal thought partner for your business. Before we go any further, just in case I haven't met you yet, I am an entrepreneur and business strategist. I have been an agency CEO who pivoted through the pandemic, and now I'm a solopreneur, working with early stage founders and small business owners on how to use AI to build infrastructure for business. So I try to talk to people about how you can use AI in a way that works specifically for you. While I'm building infrastructure for my business using AI, I want to show you what I'm learning so you could do something similar. I'm glad you're here. Let's get back into it with segment 2: AI as a project manager. Most of us as solopreneurs spend more time context switching than we do on actual tasks. That is 100% true for me until I needed some help with project management to make sure I had a good command over everything that I was being asked to deliver for my clients. I used AI to create a central system that holds projects, deliverables, owners, and dates. I provided the context, right, and the content, and AI provided the structure and the organization. So let me give you a little bit of insight into a new tool that I created for myself called Command Center. So I have multiple clients in my business, but one client in particular, the role I play for them is a client manager, account manager. Within that client, I have 7 other clients, if that makes sense, right? So I'm responsible for making sure that their engagements with those clients is done at a very high level. That means I have to keep track of all of the deliverables and everything that is in the contract. I might not be doing the work, but I have to keep track of everything. So in this case, I used Claude to design this tool. Claude provided me everything I needed to push it to Lovable, which hosts it as kind of a web app. And so, with those 2 AI tools in hand, I have a working system that helps me track all of my projects and all of my deliverables across everything that I do. Some of my favorite parts of the tool, I can filter things by owner, so I know who to follow up with, by date, so I can look 2 weeks or 30 days ahead and see what things are due, so I can just keep tabs on that. I can take a look at things that are coming due soon versus things that are past due. I can look at the health of any of the deliverables by looking at things that I've marked yellow or red. I have created an admin view, which is for me, so I can see everything. I've also created a client view, so I can actually share a link to my clients so they can look at this as well and just stay on top of what the team is working on. This isn't like a productivity hack, and it's not to replace some of the tools that are available to us, but it's more of knowing what I need to stay organized, stay on top of things, and then building something that is just what I need, right? Not more than what I need, but just what I need. And that's what was really attractive about doing this using the AI tool. My business is service based. And so everything is around a project or a deliverable or a task. And so having AI as a project manager has been very helpful. Segment number 3, AI as your web developer. A small business owner no longer needs a web developer to build a website that works for you. I have been using AI to build my website. You can go there at amiethompson.com. I have it launched. Everything from creating the design of the site to actually building the pages, I did in Claude and ChatGPT. Claude packaged up everything and got the files ready for WordPress. And then I imported it into WordPress. If you are someone that is curious and if you're someone that's interested, this was a really good process and I'd recommend it to anyone. The one thing to keep in mind is even when you hire a developer to build for you, you still have to provide them with your strategy, with your content, or at least the direction that you're looking to go. And so if you're going to put that much effort into it, use AI. You're not looking for AI to create a website for you. That's not the goal. The goal is that you come up with your strategy, you come up with the content that you want to produce, and AI builds out your strategy. AI is your technical partner, your web developer. So it's not replacing the things that you would have to do anyway if you had a human web developer, but it is providing the execution of what you're putting together. As we think about a digital presence, an online presence, every solopreneur needs one. Every small business owner needs one. Now, with AI tools, you don't have the same barrier as maybe you had before. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get that done. Visibility is significant in these AI times. Being found by people, of course, but also being found by these LLM tools is important as well. The last thing that I want to leave you with is just this kind of mindset shift that having a website is now the bare minimum. Really, what you want to build is an authority engine, a digital authority engine. So, as you are thinking about what goes online, what goes on my website, it needs to be cleaner, it needs to be clearer on who you are, what you offer, as we're moving from just SEO, which is search engine optimization, humans typing into a search bar, to now when those same humans type something in that search bar, the first thing that comes up is an AI summary. And what does that AI summary say about that topic? And do you show up in that AI summary? Does your business show up? That's what you have to be thinking about now. And so while there are all of these new things to learn, let your AI web developer do the execution of the things that you want to accomplish digitally. Segment number 4, AI as a content manager. You don't need to hire a content manager or a social media manager anymore. You need a system, and then you can feed that system to your AI. The example I want to share with you is how I'm creating a repurposing engine for my content. So, by having a 15-20 minute YouTube video, you can use different AI tools to pull out content for your other channels. That's one. The second part to having an AI content manager is just taking all of your ideas and kind of synthesizing it and helping you come up with a specific strategy for each topic that you want to cover, or a specific strategy for your different channels. That is helpful as well. Remember, AI is not creating the strategy for you, it's helping you put the strategy together. You still have your expertise and your knowledge, but you're feeding that into your AI tool to execute a new blog, or to execute video cuts, or to execute content for your LinkedIn posts. If you watch this video in full, which I encourage you to do, and you head over to my TikTok page, you might see the same outfit, but a shorter version, a 30-second version, 45-second version of one thing that I've said in this video. If you go over to LinkedIn and you're connected with me there, you might see a post related to these same topics. If you go to my website at amiethompson.com, you might see a blog article about one of the topics that I'm covering in this video. Repurposing content is significant, and AI tools can help you with that. Using AI as your content manager can be significant, save you a lot of time, and help you to get more organized and produce your content engine. As a solopreneur, I could not hire 4 additional people to my team. I only have a few clients. I just got started as a solopreneur full-time a few months ago. And so what I've decided is to build out my team using AI. So I have an AI thought partner, an AI project manager, an AI web developer, and an AI content manager. In the future, I've been thinking about an AI HR and AI bookkeeping, right? As I grow, doesn't mean I need to add people. And again, it's not that AI is replacing people in a broad sense, but it does mean that AI allows you to do more with less. And that's the message that I want you to take away. And then when your cash flow is to the point where you can hire another human being, you should do that if it's the right thing for your business. That should not be the only solution to you growing. Remember that AI is not magic. It's not a shortcut. AI is infrastructure for solopreneurs. If you found this information helpful, here's what I'd love for you to do. Subscribe to my channel. I'm building out my YouTube page. I'm going to have content like this as I continue to learn more about AI and use AI as infrastructure for my business. And I'd love for you to follow along. You can also sign up to my newsletter. I produce a monthly newsletter for introverted entrepreneurs where I also talk about what I'm doing and learning, but share insights of what it's like to build a business as an introvert. You should be able to look below in the description and get the link to subscribe to my newsletter. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos. Bye for now.